Go to the what?
The Armbrust.
Sure. We can come back up.
You good?
Yep. It's okay. I'm kind of prepared for that.
Yeah. Stuff's fun.
Yeah.
I need to look at it again more. Right there.
Clear? Yeah, one little bump, but too big a deal.
Do you want to go ahead or?
Ooh, I'll follow you down.
I don't know if I'll do a good job.
You just do what you do, man. Don't worry about the good job part of it. Right?
Yeah.
You'll be just fine. The transition on this is nice and smooth. It makes this whole thing really easy. You've done it before, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's go back.
Okay.
Nice work, nice work.
It's a good spot, but then now we.
Is he coming?
Yep.
Good job, Jim.
Uh-oh. That is a really weird corner. I should come up here and put some time into it.
What happened, Buggy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you find a hole? Sorry.
That is a,
Dad, when I slammed my hand into the dirt, it made like a hole in it.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
it is a very
There'll be
awkward
another
corner.
one
There he goes.
here, kind of.
He's gonna double check his line, I think.
He makes me nervous every once in a while with how much
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
he tracks.
I ain't gonna even roll up to that.
No, it's yeah, no, that's okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah. You'd have to give me $2,000 to do that.
Long-term goal, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that's the mega long-term goal.
This one, to me, compared to some of the stuff that's up there that we went around, is easier. You didn't see the upper stuff. There's some really hard stuff up there. This one here's got a nice dirt transition. The transition means that there's a roll at the bottom that makes it nice and smooth. And that transition makes this easy. See how easy it was? Now it's steep,
Very.
but the transmission is what makes it smooth.
Hi.
That second little pop, Grant, that was. You see what he did? He popped off the rock at first, but then he popped like off the rock to get on the rock.
Yeah.
But then he popped off the rock to get off the rock. Well, that dirt corner holy thing comes real fast.
One of these
Not on the
days,
ground.
one of these days, I'm gonna break a wheel in that corner right there.
It's gnarly.
Because if I come down that fast, like every once in a while, we'll pull and try to clear that rock, and I've never seen it done. But you pull, and then you come in on the backside so hot that hitting this corner is like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though you're like leaned into it, it's still just super awkward. And I'm just one of these tires, my wheel's just gonna fold in half. Blah. Be walking out of here.
All right, June, we're gonna ride more stuff. I don't really remember all of it, and then we're gonna get to another slab.
I remember all of it.
It's all pretty chill through here to that next slab. Then it's the pinch.
You and Justin can go ahead, and you guys will see this fall.
You guys go so I can get a little bit of everybody. I got Grant already.
Oh, you're videoing.
Yeah, why not? I'll put a little edit together.
Now I feel better. Cooler.
Oh dang, he's got the camera on. That's a quick way to mess me up. I got a buddy of mine that he's horrible about that. When we used to water ski, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna film you. And then it was just a poop show. It's a weird little pinch, huh?
Yeah, this is
Whoa.
June, this is where my fourth kissed that rock on the right.
Yep, I believe it.
Technically, there is a go around for this.
That hole is like 3 feet deeper
And it's
than it used to
gotten
be.
like worse.
Now,
Yeah.
Judy Bug, I think this one's easier than the other one.
You think?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's not nearly as long.
Not as long, and there's not craggy things in it.
Jen. How could
And
you
even though there's
have
dirt
to
getting
do
into it, it's straight onto it. Now, the hard part is between the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to... I'll tell you what, let's let them come down. You have your bike, and we'll do more talking.
Yeah, the rocks is really weird because it is skinny. It is skinny.
Whoa.
So the biggest thing is if you go, when I come through here, I'm really far to the right, high. Okay, and I'm usually going a little faster, but I do that so I can get over here and then go down. You see what I did to straighten that out so I'm not turning through the
grab.
grab?
Straight in, but what you can't do is like get wide right. And
Yeah, because then you.
Yeah, because if you stay to the right, you're gonna have to deal with your handlebars and leaning the bike and all that through that rut.
Yeah, so center or left. And hey, Tara's taught you this. What has more?
There you go, nice.
Oh. That was too far to the left. That was way too
Yeah,
far.
so you were lined up fairly good. You just gotta turn right into it, right?
I was looking at that rock. That's
Uh-huh.
why I did that.
That's exactly why. It's a target fixation.
My first dirt bike ride, I learned that you look where you want to go, not
Yeah.
what you don't want to
It's
hit.
the same thing on bikes.
I've had trouble not going far left, and so I was overemphasizing, and I killed it. Get out of the way, please.
Yeah. It is a big step, right? It's just if you end up going where you're walking now, you got to navigate the turn, which puts your tire into the wall before you can turn. And that's what makes it difficult.
Yeah, like right here is where you need to.
I know. I want to.
Yep. So you can go to the far right when you enter it, but you got to navigate around the rock, which means you got to put your front tire in the far left wall, which makes it difficult.
Yep, I just didn't follow through.
It's a really, really awkward move. Like Dane hates it. He's at the point where he hates it because he
It's
just,
gotten weirder.
it's tight and he runs.
That slab, that rock dumpy thing I said earlier, just on the main trail. That hole's gotten like,
Oh yeah.
you could choke. That's why I don't do it every time anymore. I was doing it for a while, and then
Yep.
I started doing it again, and I'm like, dude, this is like compression-y,
Yep.
like real compression-y.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before this rock ends up down in the ditch, but it's got a rock to support it, so it'll be a little while, but
And the whole thing will just get faster if the rock lays the right way.
maybe.
You got this, Mom.
There you go. Yes. Yes. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Good job.
Behind the bike.
That's all right though.
You're very behind the bike and rear brakey right now. Remember we talked before about all that?
You can be behind the bike on the steeps, but you got to be front brake. So when your rear tire starts sliding, that means it's going faster than you are, and that's a recipe for disaster. So as soon as you start to feel that rear brake a little bit, you got to modulate and give yourself a little bit more front, right? Because you're behind the bike, you can push the bars, you're not going to go over, right? So now you can use more front. So like I came down this slab, only front brake as hard as I could, or as slow as I could, and it wasn't until the very end that the traction started to release and my tire shot. But I was able to crawl down this really slow, just using the front.
Your front tire right here.
To get to that point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need,
Your front tire right here.
and I don't do this enough to
Let it roll through that
to think
compression,
about it.
and
You know
then-
what I'm saying?
And then the one thing
Sometimes
about
I'll,
you're in a gear that you can actually
if I'm trying to stop a little faster or if I need a little bit more traction,
Yeah.
I'll compress the bike when I brake. Because then you got all this extra weight, right? And so you have more traction, you can brake a little harder. It's a pretty rare thing that I do that, but every once in a while I'll set myself into it and give it a little bit of brake.
All right. Attack position and using the brakes. It's got a herd mom tire slide and stuff. Front brake control. And then that front tire, get that front tire right in here. Okay? And then, once the bike's down, then you let it have just a little momentum so you can get up on that next rock. And you already saw that slab is smooth, open, and then you use your nice brake control down it and off.
I feel like Mom's at the very bottom of this.
She is at the very bottom.
Yep.
She probably needs.
I'm off to the side.
You ready when you are.
I'm eyeing it like I know I'm using 2 fingers on the brakes, but I did that.
It's fine.
I just did that.
Yep. Did it feel like it was just too close between where you started and the roll in of that?
No.
That's not how it. Okay, so that felt okay to be that close? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it felt very good to
You
be.
have to let the bike roll into it a little bit.
I know, but it feels like a blind corner.
So, okay, so maybe slightly more left. Look at the rock.
Slightly more left.
Where Justin went is more traction on the rock, less immediate drop.
So
But it also means using
It does.
this
And that's
as
where
a
the
rock
bike has to
roll.
have speed.
So if you come here, right, you got to contend with this guy. And then you've also got to turn around
He
this.
said to go
Okay.
here, like
Yeah.
the tire, like line it up with that. And
So
then just
when you're thinking about if you're here and you're going to try to use this side, you're riding on the very edge of your little knobs. So when I come through here, I come over here, way where you're standing, right? And then I'm leaning into it, and then I push through that crack. Whoop. So what I did by doing that is I'm straightening this out. You see where I'm pointing?
you're pointing
Yeah. So guess where my front tire dives into this hole?
right there.
Way over here. Now that takes speed,
Yep, you have to let the bike roll. To
okay? Because I'm turning to the left, and then I'm turning to the right to shoot through this,
Here, I'm gonna walk it.
okay?
I'm gonna like walk the right.
So it takes a level of commitment and speed to do that,
Yeah.
right? So my point on that is if you come in here,
Then you're gonna have to fight with
you're gonna have to turn
really tough.
through all this, right? Which you can do, but now your front tire's gotta go out here so you can make it through here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you gotta find a balance. So you don't wanna come through this way. If you come in through this way, you have a less of a turn to make it through the gap.
Yeah.
You see the
But if
difference?
you come in this way, you don't have to turn at all.
Right, but you need speed.
Yeah, you have to
And
have
right now you're tackling it slow.
way more speed. If you're
So
gonna do that.
you don't wanna come in here, right? You wanna open that corner up by coming in like here,
Yeah.
because you don't wanna ride on this, you wanna ride on this. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay?
The tricky part is like remembering specifically
Well,
where.
Yes.
Hey Buggy, the biggest thing I struggle with on that waterfall at Bugs is actually that right there. The slippy stuff right before the rocks I've rode a million times. And do you want to know what I need to let myself do when I get messed up with the slippy stuff that's on the rocks I've ridden? Just let the bike roll over it.
Yeah.
I get worried about something else, the traction. And the traction, if I just let the bike go, not literally like no brakes at all, but like stop worrying about the little bit of slip, I would get myself more easily into stuff that I already know how to ride. I let that little bit of slippy stuff make me frustrated. So I would say a little more momentum this time for sure, and then control in it and out of it. And he's totally right. And I think I have the bike halfway aimed right now.
Yeah, you're good right there. If you end up rolling through there just like that, because you're already lined up, you've straightened the corner out without being so far to the right, now you're dealing with some weirdness. That's a good position right there.
And you're also finding right now why I like riding the bike. Because I can't walk around out here without falling down.
This critter has put a whole bunch of dirt
It's a lot.
over here, which is funny.
All right. Breathe and let yourself have that bike moment. And then like you were saying, the name is right here. Right there. Okay? You got it. And once you roll through that, that. Just get up on that rock, and it's a nice normal slab on the back.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, good job. Stage 1 done. Well done.
Now I just need to get down this part.
Yeah.
Which this should be simpler.
Yes. So now that you've done that, the next time you come up here, you can link them, right?
An eighth of a pedal crank
Yeah.
makes a gigantic difference on getting your feet on the bike in a scenario like this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is all about your feet on it and brakes
Yep.
Yeah.
instantly. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, it just takes me a minute.
That's okay.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got this.
You want to start back at the top again?
No thanks.
You have to put a pedal kick in like you mean it to get your other foot on
I
the bike.
know, I know. I'm getting mentally prepared.
Dude,
I know,
the
it's
fly
bugging
is,
me.
well, speaking from a person who deals with stress and stuff, pay attention to the fly ain't gonna help you.
Yeah, it's just stand up and flow.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, you
Just like at the pump track, right?
exactly.
Just diving right down into a ramp,
Dive in
right?
now.
So just
Stand and go.
think about it. Yep. Give it a pedal, put your other foot on, out you go.
Yep.
Just a long pump track flow.
Dude,
Nice.
see, we wouldn't. Okay, we're gonna work on the brakes.
That's all right. That's
Wouldn't-
perfect.
hey, we wouldn't bring you out here if you couldn't. June, we would not bring you out here. I'm your dad. I don't want to deal with the emergency bills. We wouldn't bring you out here. You can't do it. It is hard to break through your own mental thing.
And everyone has
The
them.
biggest thing, and I guarantee Justin will agree, the biggest thing about this, you want to know how to make this easy? You get through that rock back there and don't stop.
Changing it. Changing it.
The biggest way to make this here not feel like a big deal is to come through the spot before it cleanly.
Yeah, when you guys all said pump truck, I was just like, pump truck, pump truck.
Yep.
Let's go.
Matter of fact, the way to come down that way too fast and blow through that corner is to come through that rock back there nice and clean.
Yeah. So when you, I'll give you another little extra tip. When you're exiting these slabs onto the soft dirt, you can use as much breakage as you want almost, because it's super grippy.
Yeah.
And once you get to the transition, right here, once you get to this transition, you need to let off the brakes for just a heartbeat.
I don't think I've ever like
Okay.
thought about it, but that does happen.
Yeah,
It
that-
does
yeah,
happen.
like, I've never
So
articulated that.
you want to get through to here, because if you're that hard on the brakes and you hit this, exactly what happens going to happen, right?
You were using
Your
all
front
right
tire,
brake,
your
but
front tire
push.
started to slide, your rear tire started to slide. It pulled you into the rut, and then you just fell over.
Actually, I didn't fall over. My bike fell over. And I was
Well,
stuck
you
there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey,
Good job.
Yeah. I tell you right now, you've ridden more slabs on Jim than Josh Forking ever has. All right.
Bottom part, June, is like the chutes. Yeah, give him a gap. Yeah, way right here so we can go fast. Nice work. Now we got about 100 yards of chutes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
How much difference do you feel on an e-bike and a normal bike?
So it's slower going downhill
Yeah.
because it's heavier and it's harder to move the bike around. But obviously going uphill it's really fast.
Yeah.
But if you have to do a bunch of lifts, the bike's heavy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, there's no making it not be 56 pounds, I wouldn't think.
You said that was the heaviest e-bike they made?
Well, I mean, there's heavier ones out there, but for the most part, 55 is about as heavy as it gets. Because it's got, it came in at a time where big batteries and powerful motors were like king. And now the motors are getting smaller. People are realizing they don't need as much battery. So everything's getting a little bit lighter. So it seems to be like 45 seems to be the normal heavy e-bike. Where some of the lighter weight ones are now under 40.
Here you go. Ready to go up the hill?
I brought I packed our snack bag and I brought 4 treats. I'll split mine in half with you.
Hey, I really appreciate that. However, I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to go do an upper 50 loop.
Oh, nice. Are you going from right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey,
So
Lindsay.
I'll let you guys roll.
Justin's going to leave from right here.
Yeah.